Hello, hello, hello. Um, I am trying to find. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I can hear the sound, so good, good. That is good. Alrighty, how's everyone doing? Hey, Gabby Sparkles, how you doing? I am doing like 10 things at one time. Oh, right. I have no idea if anyone else is live streaming or not, or what's going on. I'm trying to get back to my regular schedule. So, hey James, how you doing? What's up? Notes. I have notes. I got all the notes. Probably too many. Okay, candle. Meh. The wax just broke. I need to put this somewhere where it will not light things on fire because open flame on a candle. Hey Tina, how you doing? What's up? Good, other than frozen pipes. Oh no, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh my god. Okay, that sound. I have sound coming from somewhere and I'm trying not to echo. Bear with me for 1 second. I'm getting reused to live streaming over here as we speak. Okay. Wax everywhere. Hold on. I had wax break. Okay. That's a good chunk of wax right there. Alrighty. Hey, Sharemare. Negative 25 since Wednesday. Ugh. I don't know where you are, but it's been pretty cold here too. And my sinuses are not happy, like at all. Okay. Cautiously approach the like button and tap it lightly if you consent. And subscribe. You can subscribe also. All right, so Ottawa, Canada. Cold up that way. Jesus. All right, so to begin with, we have the makeup portion today. It's the Off Melrose palette from ColourPop. And I love this palette. Perfect for work. So I used On the List all over the lid, and then Fairfax on the outer corner, and Take It Again on the inner corner. And these two colors on the underside of the eye. Okay. And then somebody complained that I don't say what blush I'm using, so it wasn't that one. Was it that one? It was not that one. Okay, this is the Off Melrose part of that collection. This is Juice Bar, and it's a dark color, so so I just use a little bit because it is powerful. That is a powerful color. For my lip, This is Dreamsicle. I don't know if this is part of a collection or not. But it's just like a nude, slightly pinkish. And then, can I get it open? Yes, I can. Okay. Guilty Pleasure. This is the highlighter I love. Love this highlighter. This is my ride or die. I love this. It looks really good in daylight. And if you do it right, it just looks natural. Okay, with the Super Shocks, anything Super Shock, you have to make sure to put the lid on tight so it doesn't dry out. And I used a setting spray. Somebody yelled at me for this too. So this is the Professional Super Setter. It is scented. If you have sensitive skin like I do, at first I was like, I'm not sure. But I haven't had any reaction to it, so that is a positive. Love that. Absolutely love that. The scent is really light and it's nice. And I like it. Okay, let me organize my chaos over here right quick. Oh, I almost forgot. And the eyeliner I just did under the eye. It's called Dirty Talk. It's just a gold-ish. Because this is kind of a cool tone and I wanted to warm it up a little bit. Just a little touch. Alrighty. So that is the makeup portion. If you are in certain kinds of situations and you need, a little makeup talk, just go back to the makeup portion. I do that for a reason. And that's all ColourPop, by the way, except for the Benefit face spray stuff, which I'm not really sure what that is supposed to do, but it smells good. So, makeup is fun. Yes, it is. It is also self-care. I almost was like, screw the makeup. I will just turn the makeup or the camera off because it's been a couple of weeks. It's been a lot. This is actually my break. Coffee. Yay. All right. A few things. A little bit of house cleaning. I do not respond well to mom shaming. And I don't think that I should have to tolerate it. Marcus and I were displaced due to Hurricane Ida. We went from New Orleans to Flint, Michigan. We lost a good chunk of our personal property. And we are still recovering, and we have not won the lottery. And financially speaking, we are not doing well. So if Marcus has to work and I want to live stream, baby girl might be in the room. I don't talk about inappropriate things. I'm very careful with what I talk about on here. But baby girl is going to be raised to understand that she doesn't have to put up with abuse ever from anyone. I think part of the problem with our culture is we don't talk about these things around children. I think it would be more positive for children if we did say things like explaining coercive control, manipulation, gaslighting, all of these things from a young age, so children know what they mean and know what they are and know how to spot them, and also know that they can say no at any time. All right. So if you're watching this and you see baby girl, and I'm talking about DV, and that triggers your anxiety, you can let me know. And Marcus is out there with her right now. You can let me know this and not mom shame me. Okay? I have not won the lottery. I cannot afford to pay for a babysitter to come watch baby girl while I live stream. And we are beyond broke. So, like money wise. So, it's really disconcerting considering what Marcus and I and baby girl and our cats have been through in the past few months. For someone to come on my channel and leave a comment that it's inappropriate for my daughter to be in the room when I'm talking about state laws, learning the laws of your state, so that you know what is considered a domicile residence for your abuser. All right, that's not inappropriate to talk about. That leads me to think that maybe therapy. I know there's a waiting list in some areas, but seeking out therapy might be beneficial if you're having anxiety attacks over that. But then to also understand I'm a survivor and I will not be talking about inappropriate things in front of baby girl because she's 4. First. Second, I am her mother. All I do is take care of her all day. Okay? While I'm working, she's right here with me. She's my main focus in life. And I'm not going to be mom shamed. I'm just not. It's a personal boundary and a limitation. I think there's way too much mom shaming going on in this country right now, and people just need to back off. Because raising a human being is hard work. Right on. I'm glad to hear that. It is fun. It's good to make yourself feel better, you know? I mean, I just want her to avoid negative relationships when she's older as much as possible. Yes. I mean, I get it that that person's anxiety was triggered, but there was no fighting going on. There was nothing. The last live stream I did, at first, when she was in the room, I'm talking about laws and stuff. What? Like, I don't understand. And I'm not flaming the person who left the comment. I am not trying to be mean or belittle them, but I have to have personal boundaries and limitations also. So, hey, Leanne, how you doing? What's up? It's good to see you. Oh, boy. Okay, so, give me... all right. Yeah, it does. This right here is true. Yes. Like, she's going to know growing up that she has every right to say no, and no is a complete sentence with a period at the end. Like, you know, she's going to know about consent revocation, all of those things. And I think that's important. You know, she's not going to be raised with purity culture or any of that. My whole point is that I want to raise her to be a strong woman when she is grown. And, you know, understand what boundaries and limitations are and how to enforce them in a positive way for herself, right? And for other people. So, you know, why do I feel like I'm forgetting something? Oh, yeah. So I finally caught up with all of the comments from the video that went viral. And that was a lot of work. But it was worthwhile. I think I learned a lot more and solidified a lot more of my thoughts about this country. So It's a lot of work, though. See, that's. I mean, there are times when, like for a safety issue or something like that, a child can't say no. Like, no, you can't drink that. That's poisonous or whatever. But like in relationships and things like that, in the workplace, um, that's okay. It happens. I've missed a lot too, probably. Um, One of my videos on on TikTok, I think it's more of a mini viral kind of thing, but it was a lot. I had a lot of comments, over 5,000 comments, and then a lot of private messages from people across platforms. So it was Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, emails, all of that, and it was pretty intense. Hey, Josh, how you doing? What's up? Um, right on. See, you have to teach by example. So when I'm talking about certain things, I may have baby girl in the room so she can hear me too. Like if I'm talking about coercive control, gaslighting, because that can be really subtle. It can be really, really subtle and hard to spot. Um, so right on. Yeah, it was a conversation that apparently needed to happen. Um, Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna go do something right quick. I'll be right back. I'm sorry to. I'll be right back. Ah, I did not hit the wrong button because, like you do. Boop. Okay. Um, and I'm going to do that real quick because this lipstick doesn't last quite as long. Um, of course, it's good. It's just not as good as the red. Alrighty. Oh boy. I think I'm kind of putting off doing the Creepshow art thing because, holy, I'm going to try not to cuss. We're going to try to keep this a cuss-free zone. Um, right on, right on. Hey, Amanda, how you doing? What's up? Yeah, and it pops up in ways when I don't even think people really mean to mom shame. But, you know, I mean, I try to, and right now we're dealing with a little bit of separation anxiety. Like she doesn't want me in a different room. So, um, it happens. New phone, same autocorrect. Right on, right on. I get you. Um, okay. Alrighty. So, Creepshow art. I have said many times that I despise cases where one person says they're being stalked, and then another person says, and they say they're being stalked by this person, and then the other person says, no, you're stalking me. So they're both doing this. They're pointing fingers at each other, right? Yeah, this move was intense and no joke, and without any real warning. Yes, it has been a lot, which I think is why the separation anxiety is happening. All right, so you have two people who are saying that each other is the stalker, but there's a third person involved. The ex-boyfriend of one person and the current husband of the other person. Yeah, it's pushing a boulder up a mountain is what it is. Yes, this is true. Okay. Okay, so with the release of Creepshow's last video, she leaked, and that's what this is called, leakage. She leaked more than she realized she was going to. There was a script that was written for that video, and chunks of it were taken out. They were edited out, okay? And those scripts were, the unedited version of that script was leaked. And when I read both, it was very telling that the language of the leaked document was weird. I felt like I was reading something written by 2 or 3 different people. So, what can happen in some relationships, all right, if it is a truly toxic relationship, then both parties in that relationship can both be abusive in their own ways and highly toxic in their own ways, and they can express that in a way that becomes extremely toxic for other people outside of that relationship. So you have Emily Artful, who says that that Creepshow and her current husband, who is Emily's ex-boyfriend, that they have been stalking her. And Creepshow comes back with this monstrosity of a video that basically confirms that Creepshow was, in fact, stalking Emily. Why? Why do I say that? Why does Creepshow Art know what Emily Artful's bedroom walls in her father's house look like? Why does she need to know that? That doesn't prove or disprove really anything. Also, why does Creepshow Art think that she can decide if someone did or did not have a substance abuse problem as a teenager when Creepshow Art wasn't even around? She wasn't even part of the equation. What? If Creepshow Art did not drug test Emily Artful back then during that time frame, then she doesn't really know either way. And nor would Creepshow Art's current husband know for sure if Emily Artful was or was not having that problem back then But then also, would he even tell Creepshow Art? If he did what Emily Artful alleges he did, if he took advantage, please infer, I have to censor my words because YouTube. If he did take advantage of Emily Artful, is he actually going to come out and say, yeah, I did it? Yup. Or is he going to gaslight? Is he going to coerce? Is he going to manipulate? Is he going to try anything and everything he can to make himself look good? Please note, he has not stepped forward to say much of anything, about anything, anywhere that I know of. He's letting her do all the speaking for him. But when you look at that leaked document, when Tipster was the target of the rage that was expressed there, that kind of sounded certain parts of it sounded like it might have actually been someone else speaking. Hey, babe. I love you. Baby girl is goofy. She's so silly. I know. After the last stream, we had like 5 or 6 bots on here. Wow. Okay. What was I saying? Where was I? Okay. So, there's a thing that can happen, and this video really made me think about it and made me want to bring it up, and we're going to talk about it for a minute. How Darvo can present. It isn't always deny, deflect, then attack, then reverse victim and offender. It can switch. So in the video, at first in the video, it's reverse victim and offender. That's what she's trying to do. She's trying to make herself look like the victim, and she's trying to prove that Emily Artful is the offender, and she's trying to gain sympathy that way, right? She's trying to pull on your heartstrings, make you feel bad for her. But all she's doing is showing her, excuse my language, this is just how we say it in Louisiana, she's showing her ass, okay? And not in a good way. All right. So she starts off doing the reverse victim and offender, and then at the same time she is deflecting, denying, and she moves more into that. Then she goes off on people, Tipster, Ripzilla, all these people, right? That is deflection. That is, don't look at me and what I might have done. Don't look at me. Don't look over here. Look over there. Look at Tipster. Look at Ripzilla. Look at whoever else. Look at whoever I can throw in your general, like, view. That's a manipulation tactic. So, her SO has a verified history of using other people to do his dirty work. He did that with one of his friends to break up with Emily Artful. This friend actually made a video showing that. All right. He used his friend to break up with Emily, knowing his friend is autistic. And if I wanted to break up with someone, I would never ask an autistic friend to do that. That would just be a weird, uncomfortable situation. Human up and take care of your own business. I'm just saying. Her SO has not said anything publicly to defend himself or Creepshow art, which is indicative of what? Coercive control. It's funny. Me too, fixing my vacuum. Good luck with that, because the leaked portion cut out of the PDF file is really interesting. It's really telling. There's a lot of leakage there. There's a lot of rage. There's a lot of vitriol and body shaming someone's genitalia and things like this, which is completely inappropriate. And part of me wonders if that was her ex, or her husband, Creepshow's husband, Emily's ex. Part of me wonders if maybe he wrote that out or asked or demanded Creepshow to put that in there or something, and then it was cut out. Because, I mean, let's face it, that mess was ridiculous, okay? She didn't bring up anything having to do with the whole lolcow thing. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. And I think I know why. After talking with a friend of mine out in California who, this is kind of more under the purview of what they do for work. And there are a couple of videos that I watched also. One, my computer updated and I lost all my tabs is what happened. So I'm going to have to look up this video that I watched, and I'll put it in the descriptions. But it is a woman, and this is what she does. And she's a content creator on YouTube. It was a really good video. It goes into like cybersecurity on websites and all this and that. I'm going to, I forget her name right now, but I'll put the video up. I watched that a couple of times. I also watched, unfortunately, the Creepshow art video, the last one, a couple of times. I am not paid enough. I am not paid enough. That video was for me like a trip through hell. I mean, it's from, especially toward the end, Creepshow art sounds like she is like at her wit's end, etc. Like she's really stressed out. And she probably is because of the public attention on the situation. But then also, if Emily Artful is correct about this man, then he's abusive. And if that's the case, is he being abusive with Creepshow art? Now, what was described by Emily Artful is, in fact, abuse. I've seen people like, oh, no, it's not that bad. It is actually that bad. Hi, trained in this, know what I'm talking about. Why would he not step up and speak for himself? At least on something. Why would he not if he's guilty or feels guilty in some way? And a lot of the time, abusers, what do? They want to do smear campaigns on their victims, right? They don't want people to believe their victim. They want to discredit that victim as much as possible. And how can they do that? They can use flying monkeys and fleas. Could Creepshow art be a flying monkey? She could. She could be a combination of abuser and flying monkey. In situations like this, several things can be true at the same time. So Creepshow art could be in an abusive situation and also be an abuser. I can think of no reason. Actually, I have never retained screenshots and videos and photos of someone else from when they were 13, 14, 15 years old to use against them. Never done that. How many of you have done that? But then also, God, man, there's so much to this that is just, I despise cases like this. I really do. What is another thing I've talked about? The nuts or sluts defense. So why bring up that she was doing a bathtub review of whatever? Why bring that up? To try to slut shame her, to discredit her. It's a smear campaign. You could fit a building, a plane, and a semi-truck in that web. All right. So, slut shaming, calling a person a pathological liar, all of these things that she's doing in this video is a smear campaign. And it is designed to discredit her. It's also designed to humiliate and damage Emily Artful's self-esteem internally, right? No, thank you. And that is all in an effort to try really not to make Creepshow art look any better, because she doesn't. She looks worse now. But in effect, to try to make Creepshow's husband look better, because he's the one accused of rape, right? If Emily Artful is accusing Creepshow art of stalking her, then why slut shame? Really, that's the motivations of Creepshow art and her husband are questionable at best, potentially criminal at worst. If I were Emily Artful, I would go to an attorney with all of this BS, and I would see if there was something that could be done, legally speaking. Yep, that's true. Now, Creepshow art has been caught in a bunch of lies, and this next bit, this is important to me. This pisses me off. Excuse the language. There may be language from this point forward. I do apologize. Not really. Because when a victim who was abused, I hate the fact that I have to censor words on here. Ashley Lilly, who was harmed by someone called Davi Vanity, Creepshow art, I can't fully say what I'm thinking. I cannot fully express what I am thinking. But I hope that my face expresses it for you. So, back when interviews and whatnot were going on a lot on YouTube and elsewhere about Davi Vanity, Creepshow Art somehow got involved with Ashley Lilly and some other people, and Creepshow says something about helping to contact the FBI for people affected by Davi vanity. Apparently, she's been caught in so many lies that it's questionable now if that even really happened, right? What do abusers quite often like to do? Future promise. I don't know. I don't know. That's the point YouTube's coming to. I have no idea. It's not a bad idea, though. Abusers will often insert themselves into social situations or other situations, and sometimes those situations are stressful, right? And oftentimes they will use any tool they can to ingratiate themselves in with that group of people or that person. So Creepshow Art, she is giving out lots of super chats and stuff of money to people and helping people pay their rent and all these other things. And it's all a way to make her look good. Which, that could be just a person who is kind-hearted, right? Or, such as in this case, it can be a person who is using money as a tool to get into a group and become an important figure in that group. For anyone who had anything to do with her, she's the kind of person who would keep hard drives on people. For anyone who was involved with her on any level, more than likely she was data mining. I would bet money that I don't even have that she was data mining. Be careful. I'm worried right now for Ashley Lilly. It's a really hard name for me to say, but I hope that Creepshow Art did not data mine her. Ashley has been through enough in this lifetime. Yes, you know what? I've done that to myself too. Hey BJ, how you doing? Yes, it is very scary. So I don't even know how much research I did for this. There are people who were saying that many of the things that she had screenshots of, or like videos that were archived, things that were like recorded and documented by Creepshow or her SO, right? It's one of them. One or both, right? These things were they were recorded, they were archived back when they came out. So you have an SO who has not been successful with anything he's tried to do, but his wife has. But if you're abusive and you want full control over the situation, what might you do? You want the money. You really do. Okay? And you're not capable of creating those resources for yourself, and your significant other is, but you also want the control over that person. Right on. It's good to see you. I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. I'll just say 43. Okay, so I do not understand Creepshow going after tipsters so hard in that leaked document, except for the fact that, oh my God, tipster said something, anything about her SO. And what happens with a lot of abusers? They cannot stand any form of rejection. A lot of them. rejection will tick them off to no end, right? And then what happens? Share Mary, you got him. They will come back on that person for any slight, little, tiny perceived rejection becomes a big, huge thing. And then they just go off. So with the portion that was talking about tipster, and I'm not even going to repeat what was said. It was disgusting. I kind of have a feeling that might have been her SO. Even if it was just in part. There's a little something more going on there because it felt like there was more than one person speaking to me. And that's just my opinion. All of this is just my opinion and for educational purposes only. By the way, if you said alleged with any other extra letters on the end of that, apparently that's a bad thing on YouTube now. It makes no sense. John who? Wait, what? Is there someone I missed? Because I did a lot of research. Okay, so Lord. I hope that Emily Artful, I really hope that Emily Artful has a lawyer. At this point, I think this might qualify as cyber stalking. She could maybe reach out to the FBI. This is not a joke. When you have somebody who has like stuff from when you were 13 and they're sharing it, like that's just not right. That is not right. Oh, okay. See, it's cool. We got you. Yes. That right there. That right there. I do think that Creepshow art definitely has some problems going on, and she is self-destructing her own life. And I have the feeling that someone is helping her in that. How much access has he had to her devices? How much of the locale stuff is her or maybe him? How much of this is her? Sometimes when you're in an abusive relationship, that abuser takes over your life. That does happen. But see, this is why I hate cases like this. This right here. Because there's no real clarity. All I can say is that last video was very damning, very damaging. She does not look good at all. And in my opinion, as someone who built cases against stalkers for years, as an ex-sheriff's deputy and victim's advocate, if I had to guess based on what I have seen, all right, everything that I've looked at, and I tried to look at everything I possibly could. The locale stuff, Twitter stuff, friggin', I don't even know what all, okay? To me, it looks like Creepshow art is stalking Emily Artful, and Creepshow's SO has a part to play in that. That's how it looks to me. She could be. It could be a survival tactic too. You never know. You never know. Look at what Emily Artful said about the SO and how he behaved and what he did. Well, if he's married to Creepshow, he's probably doing it 100 times worse. To Creepshow. There's no telling what kind of mental place Creepshow is in right now. BJ says absolutely. Whisper of a Thought says, which is Josh, says, I'm not defending Creepshow here, just saying, however, so also abusive situations can turn someone toxic too. It depends on the mentality. Hope that came out okay. Yes, I mean, an abusive situation can turn someone into a people pleaser and a flying monkey in a way that makes them abusive to other people, right? So then, therefore, in fact, Creepshow in this situation might be abused, an abuse victim, but also an abuser, all right? Because what is happening to Emily Artful right now is, in fact, abuse. What was happening? That shit that was said about Tipster was abuse. That was abuse. That was abusive. And unwarranted. That's just, I don't even understand. Well, I'm trying. That's fine. So I feel bad for all of the people who considered her a friend. I feel just horrible for them because that's sometimes the worst enemies are the people who were your friends and they know everything about you. And that's why I say watch out for data mining. You have to be careful. Yeah. Yes. Well, then, too, to say that it's Ashley Lily's fault that Creepshow had to change her phone number. Creepshow was giving her phone number out all over the place, apparently. So, no. And to blame a survivor that you were supposed to help and then you didn't. Fuck you from my guts. That comes to mind. No. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Take that shit and just toss it in the garbage. She's trying right there. She's trying to deflect. She's trying to deflect and trying to use somebody who has already been a victim of a P word to deflect onto. That is the scum of the scum kind of bullshit right there. Okay, when I heard that, I was like, man, it's a good thing she's not in this room with me right now because there would be a chat outside in my driveway, which is icy. Y'all go hit that like button if you don't mind, and don't forget to subscribe and check and make sure you are still subscribed. That is true. It happens more than people realize. A lot of women who are in prison right now are only in prison because they were with an abuser and the abuser did something and tried to deflect some of that off onto their victim. It happens all the time. I was lucky and I worked for a judge who got that and would spot it and toss it out. And I'm really, really thankful for my judge that I work for. I'm going to change this lip up just a little bit because this stuff is driving me insane. I will be right back. I'll be here with you in the chat, and then we'll talk about another thing. That's dope. Speaking of merch, yes, we have merch. We have a shirt that says F you from my gut, and I think it's appropriate here. And suddenly I look like I have lips. Yay! How did he become involved? Who? Which person? Because there's a lot of people involved, unfortunately. Okay. I have lips. I put on Coyote Ugly by ColourPop. It's just a little bit darker nude, a bit less pink, and it lasts really good. Yay for merch somewhere. I'm not sure where my shirt is. I almost wore it tonight because that's how I was feeling. We talked about a lot of things. I need more scented candles. I really do. Because you can't have too many of those. Or enough of them. Wow, the wax is everywhere. This candle did not last long. Good job, Leanne. Oh, right. I mean, she... So there's a lot of character assassination and smear campaigns going on to a lot of people, and I think that is probably partially out of fear that these people know something or they have something on Creepshow, and Creepshow is probably scared that they're going to come out with it. My advice would be come out with it. Come out with it. Because the only way to verify the reality of what is going on is if more people just speak the truth. Force it out into the light of day. Right. Okay, so I know I'm going to forget like 10 things because there's so much. Give me 1 second, y'all. I will be right back with. All right, I had mom panic for a second there because it was really quiet, and I'm like, what's going on? Okay. Let me see. I think I got everything. There was... My God, when I tell you that there's so much to this that it's just... So I'm going to read you a quote. And this is from... Hold on, This is from Narcissist Facts 101, and it says, narcissists are shallow and only care about how they appear to others. That is deeply true. The narcissist will place excessive emphasis on their outside appearance and carefully curate their fake online persona in hopes that it will all cover up their ugly insides so they can reel in new supply. So when Creepshow was giving people all kinds of money and, really just ingratiating herself in with people and future promising by saying, oh, I'll help you contact the FBI, I'll help you with this and that, and blah, 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 blah. What was she doing? Was that really her? Or was that the persona that she's curating for the public? Personally, I don't know her, so I can't say. Maybe somebody who's known her for a long period of time could say if, like, people with more experience personally interacting with her are going to have a better understanding of how she really is, right? So now we get to another point where apparently Creepshow Art's sister came out and was saying some things about her that Creepshow did not like. Yes. I was hoping somebody would catch that. Thank you. It's the mask that I talk about quite often. Okay, so if Creepshow Art's sister, what her sister is saying might tell you something. And typically, they're not going to want to fully face or accept what is said, right? Right. So how did that go? Not good. If you're in a situation like this where you know someone is stalking you and they're trying to say you are stalking them, this is why I say document, document, document. Document everything. Don't delete anything. Try to make several copies of whatever it is that you are saving and tell everyone you know that you're being stalked. All right? Let everyone know. The more people that know, the better. And if they come back on you and say that you are stalking them, this is why I say, if you know someone is stalking you, tell them straight up, I do not ever want to contact you or have any contact from you in any way, shape, or form, ever. From anywhere. Not from a friend, a family member, not an email, not a sock account, nothing. And then block and delete. Like their ability to access you, right? From that point forward, anytime they try to contact you, document it. Do not respond. Do not respond to anything as much as you can. Why? Because then they can't come back and say that you're stalking them. So Emily Artful said that she is getting ready to make another video. Ow. I didn't need that knee. She said that she is working on another video and she's going to release it. I don't really think she needs to. I mean, does she really need to? I can only say what I would do in this situation. If it was me, I would go to the FBI. I'd go to law enforcement, local. I'd talk with state troopers. I would speak with an attorney. That's just what I would do. I had a situation a while back where there were some people sending me some horrifying emails, and I went to law enforcement. And then you didn't hear me talk about it very much anymore, did you? So it is a good idea to batten down the hatches as long as your support system, your friends, everyone knows what is happening. And if something happens and they are there, then they become a witness, right? And that just helps you out more. I mean, that's the whole point, the whole reason I'm here. Thank you. I'm happy to do this. I don't know how you do it on a laptop. I have no idea, actually. Hold on. 1 second. There might be a thing in the corner of the video, like the 3 dots thing where you can speed it up or something. Oh, good night. Have a good night. Right on, right on. All right. Uh, I mean, there's way more. This is like the never-ending drama fest, really. But it does give me a good chance to talk about stalking and how you can potentially um, cover your own ass if you are in this situation. Um, these cases like this are horrible. They are evil. They are insidious. Um, the stress and irritation that a victim goes through. My heart goes out to you, Emily Artful. Um, because this is a years long situation, right? I guess I got lucky in a way. I mean, my stalker was gone before I even really knew that he was a thing. So it's just, anyone have any questions? Oh my God. I really don't ever want to do a stream about Creepshow art ever again. But I have a feeling more shit is going to come out and more shit is going to happen. And I'm going to have to. And I resent her for that. And her SO. Both of them. So. I feel bad for Tipster and all of them, though. That's going to erode your sense of trust in people and friends and shit, too. This whole thing is really damaging. All right. I call on food. How do you know? It is. Look. Good Lord. I almost needed like one of those big whiteboards with the pins and the string and all that. Like, I'm like, Jesus. That's a lot, man. Why you even gotta go there? Why? Just why even do this? Is it a jealous ex-girlfriend thing? Is it what? What is even happening? Read my mind. Time for food. Yes. And why? Why does she really hate her sibling? What do certain kinds of people like to do to people who actually speak the truth about them? Discredit them? Smear campaigns? I don't know. I mean, I have a sibling I do not get along with at all, but I'm not going to talk shit about her. Especially not, like, on the internet. Jesus. I hope she's okay, too. I mean, there's so much going on right now that it's a little bit overwhelming. With the plague and just everything. Food. I am starving. Again. Oh. Okay. Interesting. There does seem to be quite a bit of jealousy going on with Creepshow from things that I've read, from like what she writes. I would like one of those, you can't do a body language expert, but you could maybe do like a behavioral expert. Like if they read both documents, saw what was cut out, and then talked about the behavior and all that. It would be really interesting. That would be fascinating. Um, okay. Food. I'm thinking I might actually make spaghetti. Um, I mean, and an ex-girlfriend. Good points. Those are good points. Well, apparently, that's another thing. I forgot about that. Supposedly, some of the artwork that she was using in her videos was actually not her artwork. Some of it she paid other creators for making. Um, and then there has been an allegation that she actually just stole some artwork, um, which makes her a huge hypocrite because she called people out for that. So, um, yes, there are handwriting experts, and then there are behavioral experts as well. And sometimes you'll have both. Um, Coffee. Yeah, I need more coffee in a minute. McDonald's. The French fries. Okay. The French fries are what gets me. What is it with the French fries? Pasta with butter and garlic sounds really good, actually. Simple, nice, elegant. I like that. Pizza, chicken Alfredo, garlic bread, brownies. I, you know, look, that sounds so good. Oh my God. I'm wondering if we have any Alfredo sauce. Um, how you doing? It's been a minute since I've seen you. I hope you're doing okay. Um, right on, right on. There are, man, Creepshow. She's just, I don't know. In a way, on the one side, I'm kind of worried for her. On the other side, I'm like, man, you're just really. Is this a cry for help? What is going on here? I don't understand. Um, no, Emily Artful and Creepshow are not sisters. They are. Emily Artful is the ex girlfriend of Creepshow Art's husband. Someone please tell me I broke that down correctly. Because this is. So Emily Artful was dating Creepshow Art's current husband, and bad things happened. That is what Emily Artful says. Creepshow Art came with swords and pitchforks for Emily Artful. It's, my God, it's a lot. I think Marcus is cooking. Ooh. He made this, oh my God, y'all, oh Lord. He made this mac and cheese that it was perfectly seasoned. It was so good. I can't even, like this one mac and cheese dish, I cannot stop raving about it. It was so good. And then we made potato, carrots, vegetable like stew. Oh man, that was so good. I miss y'all too. I need to, I'm trying to get back on a regular schedule, but it's been hard to do. 5 months? Oh my God. What? That's like, mac and cheese is kind of almost a staple of our diet at this point because we lost our rice cooker. we lost our bread pans, our muffin pans. So I can't make cornbread. I can't make beer bread. Um, so that's been difficult. So yeah, we just reverted to like mac and cheese. And although I'm wondering, can you make cornbread in a slow cooker? That might be a thing I have to look up. Or maybe even beer bread. I'm wondering. There may be a workaround. I've actually had compliments on that shirt. I still need a coffee cup though. Yes, please. And yes, please. I'm also going to look at the closed captions on here because I have a speech impediment. I was having a hard time with the closed captions, and like there was no way for me to fix it, to fix the spelling on words and stuff. So I don't know. I'm gonna look into it. Steve got us an air fryer. I ordered a multi-cooker that stirs the food, but you have to prep everything. Wow. Right on. Yeah, it's eyeballing like air fryers and all that. The one I looked at had like a thing for your rice and then like other little like compartments for like meat, vegetables, all of that. Yum. Just looking at the pictures, I was like, man, you had me at rice cooker, but I'm trying to remember. I don't think. Oh my God, I have so many things on my desk right now that it's hard for me to see. Okay, I lost all my tabs. I had one other thing I was going to talk about, and then all my tabs went bye-bye. And I feel the pain of tabs, the loss of tabs right now. Okay, wax is hot. I'm gonna miss this candle. I really am. This thing is so smelly good stuff. Sorry for the copious amount of candle smoke. Oh boy. That's not a bad price though. $50 is not bad. Especially for something you haven't used before. You know what I mean? Like your first one and you're trying to figure them out. I was just randomly looking on Amazon, and the one I saw was like $500, and I was like, no. But I don't even know how to use the damn thing. Like, what? Ow. Okay, hold on, y'all. I got wax all over my thumb. You got a couple of big, wonderful, strong candles at Christmas and down to the last one. Yep. Love candles, man. And you can never have too many. Because, especially in like an emergency situation, they come in handy. So, I don't know. I'm thinking about getting back into making cough drops, stuff like that. I used to make them back in the day every winter because everyone I knew would have a sore throat and all that. So I might start making them again. And now you can get molds for them that are way easier to get them out of the molds. So I don't know, that would be interesting. All right, we're at an hour and 30. I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow, same time as always. I'm gonna try to get back on my schedule. And with work and everything, it's a lot, but I do need a break. So I might be using this as my break time, socialize with other adults time. They have videos on YouTube to watch before you. I'm just saying. There are videos for everything on YouTube, it seems like. I just wish they would stop censoring things. That would be great. Like the way they're censoring stuff is. If I could ship. Oh, cough drops? I don't know if I would be allowed to. But I would definitely make you a batch. When I make a batch, look. I make enough for an army, okay? The silicone molds that they have, oh my god, they're so cute. Like, there's so many different things, and with the ones that I make, you can break them. Like, you don't have to take a whole one at one time. You can break them into smaller pieces. And I used to put it in my tea because I only use natural things, natural ingredients. So honey, when I cook the syrup itself, I do use alcohol, but the alcohol itself kind of evaporates, if that makes sense. Because I don't drink, so, but they're really good in tea. The chat just jumped on me. Well, I can put whatever I want in them, really. And all things considered, that's an interesting thought. I have thoughts. I'm curious now. I'm gonna have to be looking into some things. But yeah, I'm trying to remember now. Hold on one second. I don't know if I have. Because on my Amazon wish list, I was trying to put some of the I don't know if I'm on the right account or what is even going on. Where's the thing? Where's the oh, okay. Yeah, I was looking at the different molds, and man, some of them are just really, your options are way better than they were back in the day. Okay, finally found the wish list. Okay, there we go. So one was dinosaurs, donuts, fruit, stuff like that. And then another one is gummy bear type things, and then heart star shells, which those look like a really good size for if you want to break one to put in tea. Because I don't put a whole cough drop. Like when I make them, I don't put a whole cough drop in tea. It becomes kind of overwhelming. So if you have chamomile tea and you put some of a cough drop in there, a homemade cough drop, so good. Just so good. But it has been a while since I've made any of that, so that'll be interesting. I need a ginormous pot to do that with. But yeah. Okay, so I know that I've missed a lot of what has been going on YouTube. Apparently, there's a lot of drama that's been going on. Yep, stuff is good, especially homemade cough drops in the tea. Ooh, very nice, perfect hot toddy for me anyway. But I'm a lightweight, so you know. But so there's a lot of drama that's been going on. I don't even know about it. All right. Here's what I do know. I'm lucky that I don't know. I know a what leaf? A I don't know what that is, but I need to know probably. I'm probably better off not knowing. Tea leaf, right? Yes. Yeah. One thing I want to do is I want to start a garden. So we have these hot chocolate pods, and I'm gonna take the hot chocolate leftovers out and rinse them out and use those pods for seedlings for an herb garden. So chamomile, thyme, lavender, rosemary, all that stuff. So then I'll be able to make whatever I want to with the cough drops. You know what I mean? Um, it's a hot mess on YouTube, dude. Look, it's been a hot mess on TikTok too. There was a woman who was attacked on a live stream on TikTok, and that's part of since last night I've been trying to from a distance help out a little bit with that too. That was pretty triggering. Yeah, so look, you don't have to, if the stress and the drama from things that's going on these social media platforms, if it gets to be too much, step away. Just step away. Do your self-care. Take a long hot bath. Even if you don't feel like it, right? Do your hair, or just goof off and play with your hair, right? Because that's really soothing too. Do your makeup. Do that self-care. Drink some water. Trigger your positive senses. Don't forget to do that. Scheiße. Ich bin müde. Ich bin sehr, sehr müde. Jesus, really? People, come on. I have to do something right quick. Please excuse me for a second. I don't even know how. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how. I just can't be involved. Thank you very much, but no. Okay. Pineapple chicken pizza. I think pineapple chicken pizza is manna from the gods. All right? That's my opinion. I'm sticking with it. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Love pineapple pizza. There's a restaurant, I don't remember the name of it now, in Nolans. It had a pineapple dipping sauce. It was like a pineapple salsa-ish dipping sauce for your pizza and your breadsticks. Oh my God. Look, you don't know good until you've had that. I was like, what even is this? I cannot. It was just ridiculous how good that was. Which reminds me that I want to look up that sauce and see if I can find a recipe. And I never would have thought pineapple and salsa, but it was really good. All right, y'all. I'm gonna try to be back tomorrow. I have no idea what the topic might be. because I've been sitting on this friggin' quagmire of a mess of Creepshow art, researching, and it feels like forever. Um, yes, I've missed y'all. I've missed y'all a lot. I have been thinking about y'all, and it feels good to be live streaming again. And I'm glad to see you here. Please hit the like button. Make sure you are still subscribed. Make sure with all of your content creators that you like, check and make sure you're still subscribed, because YouTube is YouTube and it is weird. Because, YouTube does not make it easy on us content creators at all, even remotely. You too. I will hopefully be back tomorrow. Maybe we'll just have an open discussion panel, shoot the breeze, just chill, chat away. And I will see y'all later. I love y'all. Bye. Oh, don't forget you have the right to say no. Your no should be respected at all times. And consent means everything. Just because you broke up with someone doesn't mean that you can come back into their life and just be a bull in a China store. So, all right, y'all. Bye.